I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week. We're not afraid of hard work. We like hard work, don't we? And we will win this election.
She's the same as Biden, but much more radical. She's a radical left person, and this country doesn't want a radical left person to destroy it.
We're not being picky. We'll go anywhere in North Carolina.
We had our 2 flights canceled, and we're on our 3rd one tonight.
Hectic, overbooking, lack of communication.
Am I surprised that it's inspired a whole summer trend? A little bit.
Lime green is in.
Live from London, this is CNN Newsroom with Max Foster and Christina Macfarlane.
Hello and welcome to our viewers joining us from the US and around the world. I'm Max Foster.
And I'm Christina Macfarlane. It's Wednesday, July 24th, 9 a.m. here in London, 4 a.m. in Washington, where in the hours ahead, US President Joe Biden is set to address the nation on his decision to exit the 2024 race.
That decision over the weekend has already brought renewed energy and enthusiasm to Democrats, with Kamala Harris, now the party's presumptive presidential nominee, holding her first campaign rally in the battleground state of Wisconsin. Harris looked to draw a sharp contrast with her likely rival in November.
In this campaign, I promise you, I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week. I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters.
In Gaza ceasefire negotiations.
More than 500,000 Delta customers have their travel plans upended by delayed or cancelled flights. We'll have details on how long the flight disruptions could last.
Plus, it's a brat girl's summer. Don't know what that is? No, actually. Don't worry. Anna's going to explain coming up.
Larry Medowo, CNN, Nairobi.
Coming up, Donald Trump and his campaign are working on a new attack plan against an opponent who's energising young voters.
And from gin and juice to wine and baguettes, the one and only Snoop Dogg has the honour of being the Olympic torchbearer ahead of the Paris Games. Details on that.
What's baguette's got to do with
it? Stay tuned.
I'm Melissa Bell in Paris, and this is CNN.
Welcome back to CNN Newsroom. Here are some of today's top stories. The US president will explain why he decided to end his presidential campaign in a speech tonight from the Oval Office. Joe Biden is also expected to lay out his plans for the rest of his term. The president returned to the White House Tuesday after isolating due to COVID. And CNN has learned that US Senator Bob Menendez will resign from the Senate on August 20th. Earlier this month, he was convicted on 16 counts, including bribery, extortion and wire fraud. Menendez still insists he never violated a public oath of office. And in southern Ethiopia, at least 200 people are reported dead after 2 landslides. Most victims were buried in the first landslide caused by heavy rain. The second landslide on Monday killed rescuers who had gone to help, digging with shovels and their bare hands.
With Kamala Harris poised to become the Democratic nominee for the US president, it's a whole new election campaign, and that means Donald Trump needs a new strategy. His team is wasting no time trying to discredit Harris. CNN's Kristen Holmes explains how his campaign is turning its attacks away from Biden and towards the vice president.
Former President Donald Trump and his campaign are still figuring out how exactly they are going to go after Vice President Kamala Harris as this race has taken a huge turn. Now, they argue that they are ready for this.
You know, I know you were struggling with this concept yesterday, but now that you've seen this, what do you think? Are you a brat girl, Summer?
I think it's like being a brat. It's like a whole. It's bigger than just one idea, isn't it? It's like a whole style, whatever.
Yeah, I think. It's
but you claim to be a forerunner.
Well, I mean, I don't aspire to be brat. Let's just put that out there. However, as a child of the 90s, I think I just inherently am brat. Right?
Yeah.
You don't want to look at me pictures.
I don't think any parent really encourages brats. Summers, we've got like a long way to go.
Yeah, maybe Barbie over brat. Anyway, with just 2 days to go before the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games, Paris prepares for its moment on the world stage when we return.
Derek Van Dam, CNN, Paris.
A new sport debuting at the Olympics. Why this athlete says his mission is to represent his country in the breakdancing event, something that you were a champion on, weren't you? Back in the late 90s. So the script says the world of sport is buzzing about breakdancing. Are they really?
I mean, personally, I'm quite excited by this because it's fresh, it's different, new, modern, less stuffy than some of the more traditional sports.
It's an Olympic sport this year. One Ukrainian dancer, actually, is ready with his moves.
The 34-year-old says he's on a mission to represent his country in the Games. Take a listen to this and a watch.
It's pretty tough and hard time for Ukraine, but I'm really glad that I have a chance to represent the country.
Brother, when they witnessed an unbelievable sight. The 16-year-old was filming the water with his iPhone when a whale breached, slamming into a nearby boat.
Unbelievable. The brothers raced to help rescue the passengers on the boat when it capsized. Thankfully, none of them were injured.
Whale's just having a laugh, isn't it?
Well, no, I was reading up trying to find out if this was deliberately done by the whale or not. I don't know. Is this natural for whales to,
I just didn't know where he was bouncing.
To go for boats? I mean, obviously we see them breach.
Predators, are they?
I don't think so. Anyone knows? Let us know.
We should be having the answers with the anchors.
I'm not a...
We'll come back with that information, shall we?
We will come back with that information. Anyway, frightening video, and that does it for us here at CNN Newsroom.
I'm Max Foster.
And I'm Christina Macfarlane. CNN This Morning is up next after a quick break.